Howdy all, Pipe Grump. Smoking the oval shank that I got from Typing Piper. For the past few weeks, probably going on about a month now, I've smoked nothing but non-aromatics. Englishes, Virginias, Latakias, things like that. Some of them, like Bengal slices, may have a bit of a flavoring, but it doesn't have a heavy casing. At least I don't detect one. You get a licorice from it, but... Well, today, I grabbed this. It's getting a little better now that I'm going through the bowl some, but don't think I was ready for that. Smells good. So I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. The end of August is here. Almost here. School's about to start. Cool weather is coming. Winter is coming. And that means football. Football season is upon us. Shortest season of any pro sport. Except for maybe sumo wrestling. Which surprisingly is a lot of fun to watch. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk politics. So I'm not going to talk about all the controversy of last year. I'm not going to talk about the new helmet contact rules, because that's politics in its own. What I am going to do is propose a thought. Maybe you guys can, anybody who follows football wants to comment, they can. I think they should have another expansion. The last expansion they had was back in '96. It got me my Ravens. I'm fine with that. I think they need to expand by 8 teams. One new division in each conference. They could go to places like back to San Diego, Vegas, Alaska, Hawaii, Mexico City, Toronto, Calgary, all these places that have NHL teams or Major League Baseball teams. It actually become international. So when we say world champions, Super Bowl, Super Bowl champions, world champions, it actually means world champions. It doesn't mean just in the United States. There are plenty of places in Canada that currently have Canadian football teams. Whether or not they'd want to give those up is, their call. But we could even expand to London, but it would be unfair to that team because of travel. Instead of a 2-day travel would end up being, a 3 or 4-day travel, and they just would be doing it every other week. So it really wouldn't work out to be fair to them. It might not even be fair to go as far as Mexico City or Hawaii. I mean, can you imagine going from London to Honolulu and then back to London for a home game? Of course, I guess Baltimore going to London would be the same as Baltimore going to Honolulu. So anyway, you create a new division. Maybe it's the AFC Central instead of North, South, East, West. You have your Central. Take out 2 preseason games and you add them to the regular season. So now instead of 16, you have 18. And you take the playoffs and go down to 1 wild card. You also expand the rosters of each team from the 54-man roster it is now to 60 or 64. So you allow more players, you allow more teams, more games, and 1 wild card spot in the playoffs instead of 2. Also, you you give each team 2 byes. Because it's now an 18-game season, you split it at 9. So everybody has a bye in the first 9, and everybody has a bye in the second 9. But you make sure when you're scheduling them that their byes aren't like 9 and 10. You give them at least 3 weeks of spread between their byes. If you have a bye in the 9th week, you have to wait at least until the 12th week before you can have another one. The playoffs would still play as they do now, where the highest seed would be the division champion that has the best record, down all the way to 5. The 5th one would be the division champion with the least amount of wins, and then there would be 1 wild card team. I don't know. What do you think? Think that's possible, doable? Maybe I should write Roger Goodell and tell him, or somehow find a way to have him see this video. Yeah, right. Those are my thoughts. Peace and pipe smoke.